Hello YouTube, it's Ryan the Tail's End, and I'm making a statement. I made a statement because for so long during the presidential campaign, I supported a person who dropped out before my election. That was Governor Bill Richardson. If you saw my profile before, the primaries started, you saw that I was supporting Governor Richardson because I thought he was the best candidate. And having only 2 candidates left for the Democratic primary, I had to decide. And yesterday, I made my decision half-heartedly, but with such an intellectual vigor that this speech that was given by Barack Obama, Senator Barack Obama, during his famous speech, disassociating himself with his pastor, who made racist and weird remarks, I have to give it to him. And so I'm going to read you a prepared script that I wrote, and then I'm going to go on a little bit more. So I watched and read the speech that I thought was one of those speeches that had a purpose, and that purpose was to disassociate Barack Obama from his pastor. And it went into a completely different direction. That speech educated, inspired, motivated, and explained to the American people what it means to be a person of color. Myself being Asian, Filipino, gay, fat, dyslexic, have multiple learning disabilities, but an intellectual, I understand the stigma of being all those labels. And I understand the stigma that, and I may not completely understand the stigma that Barack Obama has, but I understand a lot. And the speech was historic. I think it's going to go down in history as one of the most famous policy speeches given by any presidential candidate or person. It's the first race relations kind of speech that we've had in a long time. Because it was supposed to disassociate those intangible ideas given by Mr. Obama and given by Mr. Obama's reverend at his church, which were not politically correct or necessary. Mr. Obama did not distance himself from the reverend, and to do so might have been political suicide. But although the pundits believe that he didn't do a good job of that disassociation, I believe the speech put itself above the fray, and that the controversy, or lack thereof, was cast aside and was a second issue within this speech, capturing the frustrations and the constituencies that may have not been listening until now. He also further alienated those who would not care to listen or hope with Mr. Obama. Others would go further in their captured truths and say that he gave a canned political speech that was self-serving, crude, and pandering. But I beg to differ. I beg to differ because all politicians are just that, politicians, and I think a lot of people would consider this to be the first substantive thing that Barack Obama has spoken about. To make your first major policy speech, and that speech having been paid so attention to is major. For most of the campaign, I hear blah blah blah, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter whose mouth it was coming out of. Clinton, Obama, McCain, Huckabee. It all said the same thing. It all said the same thing. And this is the first time for any of the candidates, other than Huckabee, that I didn't hear blah 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 blah. I'm sick of the candidates. They speak false truths or half-truths. I'm sick of the rhetoric. I'm sick of the infighting. This speech opened my eyes. In the words of my friend, I may have tasted the first sip of the Obama Kool-Aid, even if just metaphorically. I have to say that it gave the the country. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but hope. And I know a lot of people are going to think that this speech and this association with the racist America that we have is going to be carried on to the rest of the campaign, and it's completely and totally true. People are pandering. People have short attention spans. There were so many things that were thrown at Barack Obama, left, right, center. Clinton was attacking him. McCain is attacking him. He's stuck in the middle. But I really think that he made the speech go above everything else. The speech was more to say about the character and at least the intelligence of this person who wants to run for president. A very presidential speech. In fact, Hillary Clinton made an ass of herself by congratulating Barack Obama without realizing how important that speech was to his campaign. For those of you who have been watching politically, they know that Reverend Wright was and has been spouting this information, racist information, for many months, if not years. I've known about this ever since Barack Obama started to run for Senate. Although Barack Obama might have won the Senate seat, regardless of his stature in the state of Illinois, I think that, he became who he was because it's ultimately the most American thing that he could do. It may not be your thing, but it's his thing. So that's my statement for you. And I hope everyone watches that YouTube video or that video. You can find it on Barack Obama's website. You can find it on YouTube. Judge it for yourself. This is what I think. This is my opinion. Make your own opinion. Believe in yourself. Understand the issues. And go vote. Go vote. Make sure that your voice makes a difference. Otherwise, if no one speaks for you, in the end, no one will.